Period. That's the truth. So okay, so give me a circumstance where a black woman was being treated a certain way or being called out of her name like every rap song does. Who stands up for that? Absolutely nobody.
I'll give you an example.
Absolutely nobody.
Islam for 10 years of my life, and people act like they don't know that we still exist, right? And there was a Restaurant Depot in LA County. I used to live in LA, right?
All right, then I get into the point. I was trying to capture the point of the live where the black male who married the Asian woman was going in hard on Coach Liz, right? Because she's a black woman. And he was making all kinds of assumptions wrongly and bringing up false statistics about how great black males are doing in society. And we all know that to be false, because we don't have to just say it. You could look up the statistics. You can go to the websites for the population of people incarcerated in America and break it down by race and gender. You can go to the Department of Education or the Secretary of Education's website and see the charts broken down by who attends college, how many degrees they get, what degrees they get it in, and gender. So he just came up to lie about black males being greater than what they are because they never can deal with the truth of how malfunctioning they are and how dysfunctional they are to the black community. So he did all that berating of the black woman. On this panel, though, the guys called him out on it, right? And then he tried to use the fact that he was married to an Asian woman as being equivalent to black women being married to a white man. These black males have a mental issue with worrying about and being conquered by the white man, to the point where they can't even see that black women and men are not compatible and we're not the same. You are supposed to be a man, so you are supposed to be judged in the group you belong to, and you are supposed to compete against other men, not black women. So a black woman doing something is different from a black man doing something, because the onus is not on the black woman to uphold manhood in the black community. That is what the black male is supposed to do. So then the host went on to explain to him, rightfully so, the same thing every educated professor who is a black man went on to tell us as black people, from Dr. Claude Anderson to Dr. Leonard Jeffries to many others, and even including Malcolm X and others who are no longer with us, Amiri Baraka, so many other people, right? To the point where when you are a black man, a real black man, and none of these creeps that are online and walking around today in society who have done nothing with their lives, your job is to uphold the family, not be in a family, because they're so concerned with marriage because it gives them power through patriarchy and control over women and children. That's the only reason why they're even interested in marriage, because that is the only small amount of power they can get in society, because they have not done the work in society to have any real power like white men, Asian men, or others, right? So those men I mentioned, they went out of their way to explain that black men who are real black men and not the ones pretending, these dusties, right? You have a responsibility to your people, not to your individual life. You have a responsibility to your people to make sure where we live is safe, sound, and healthy, that your children are properly educated, and that there are things in your community that help them strive, not take away their ability to succeed. These black males don't know how to be men, and they definitely don't know how to carry out manhood responsibilities, because look at the communities they create and that they have for us to live in, full of crime, and the fact that they're so sexually deviant, always focused on sex and having sex with young girls and teenage girls and young women. They do not have any proper morals or scruples or the values as other men in their communities to put that trivial shit to the side to work on building finances and proper structures in the communities and neighborhoods you live in so that your people advance and progress collectively. That's the shit that black dude on that live didn't understand. And so he felt like tit for tat, which is the way their minds work, because they're very immature and they lack every bit of emotional intelligence or a mature chronological responsibility. Like, they do everything in regards to na boo boo. Like, if you do something, I'm going to do it too, tit for tat. They're very childlike, which is the reason why no one sees them as adults or as men. And this is not just, a bad take from black women. This is the actuality of these guys' behavior and their actual factual practices. Because everybody now all over the internet is talking about how irresponsible and neglectful they are to their children, to their women, and to their communities. And because their actual behaviors and practices are being exposed to everyone and everybody's getting on the same page as seeing them for the losers that they are, because they do not try. They're getting upset because the pointing of the finger back to black women is not working anymore. And so that's the reason why they're so frustrated, so angry, and so violent towards black women. Is because they cannot hide behind our aprons and our skirts anymore to make it appear as if, oh, the black woman is the big bad black lady holding back the black male. When that's not the case, everybody sees how you operate. The things you do to black women in relationships, marriage, and etc., you do to every other woman you come in contact with twice as bad. People are not stupid. They see what they see based on what you do. And they just have a problem with dealing with reality. That's it. That's bottom line.
And
Go.
Let me just get a factual way. So I'm just saying this. I want the young women to understand this. Having children, understand that a lot of blessing, and marriage is not an accomplished or it is an achievement.
No, it's
because
not.
they are literally forcing this onto children.
Yes, they're
There's nowhere in
indoctrinating
the
little
world where you
girls.
see governments having to tell women that they can't marry children. You don't see women clamoring to marry 8, 10, and 15-year-old boys. Men need to be told across the board that they cannot marry children. So
They want to marry children.
Women especially to know that your purpose
Is
your
not
greatness.
marriage.
You are the
Your
best
own
thing
life.
you can ever choose in your life.
Exactly.
Put your goals and treat.
Do not make a
ahead of
man your
everything
life.
else.
Make you your life.
Put your sisterhood with each other ahead
Damn
of
right.
everything else.
That's
and
right.
life will naturally fall into place. after that.
Exactly.
Because if we look in nature, all of the mammalian societies are led by matriarchs, from orcas to lions to elephants.
I want to say this too. This young lady, whoever she is, she made a great point. Black women, stop teaching your daughters that their highest accomplishment or purpose in life is being someone's wife or mother. That is not. That is the indoctrination we have been forced to accept that keeps us from fulfilling our own goals and being personally happy in this world. It's disgusting. And we have to allow black women and little girls to live their own lives and grow to their greatest potential, so that you force the weaker counterparts in our race to get off their ass, grow, change, and be better. When black males do not have access to black women and girls, they're forced to stand on their own 2 feet, be reliant upon themselves, and become independent and do shit they have to do for themselves, and stop being codependent on their mamas, their girlfriends, their wives, their sisters, their aunts, their cousins, and their friends. They need to learn to be men. And that is the honesty of it. So stop programming black girls and young women to be servants and slaves of black males who do not care about these women's happiness, the fulfillment of any of their personal desires in life. Stop doing that. Black women are not slaves. We're not supposed to be here taking on and caring for everybody and everything in the world. We are entitled as human beings to live and pursue our happiness, not help someone else and every fucking body else with their happiness. Spread that, teach that, learn that, live that. We deserve to be happy in our own lives and not responsible for somebody else the entire length of our own lives. Young Black women, go get your education, go explore this world, go through trial and error in life, in what you want to do as a career in life. Grow, have life experiences. Do not get bogged down with a man or children until you have done everything you've wanted to do in this life and found out who you really want to be. Do not let these people stagnate you or brainwash you into thinking you're supposed to be some man's servant and sexual handmaiden for the rest of your life, because that is not what you were put in this world to do.